Hi, this is Rik Emmett, and you are watching The Song is the Vehicle.
Rock. Yes, sir. Time for a rock show.
I love the way Jim's got a look on his face, like, I'm standing in the midst of my most favorite ever 70s, 80s jukebox, you know, and he just digs it. The first time he invited me and I came out, you know, you don't know what to expect. And then here's this guy and he's wearing, you know, I don't know, he had like a feather boa and he had some purple in his hair, or, you know, whatever, bejeweled cowboy boots. And I'm thinking, oh my God, and like, what is this? But of course, he's just a real plain dude. Like he's a Midwest Illinois boy. And it's just all about the music for him. So the people that come as guests, right away we feel like, oh, okay, I get this, you know. And so I'm really happy when I get invited back because I know what to expect. It'll be a good band, and you know, there's no airs, nothing weird about the guy that leads it. He leads it because he just loves playing, and so you go, it'll be easy, it'll be fun, it'll be good. I teach at a college, just a couple of days a week, mostly songwriting kinds of things. And I go out on the road myself. So lately, I was just out in Alberta, Canada in the dead of winter and dreading it, thinking, oh no, you know, like snow could ruin everything, flights could get canceled. And in fact, it was like a Chinook was blowing through Calgary and Edmonton, and it was great. It was like 0 degrees, and I went all the way up to Fort McMurray, which you're getting close to the, well, not the Arctic Circle exactly, but you're way up there. And beautiful, clear, sunny, you know. And I was doing those shows in a duo thing with a bass player, keyboard guy, a friend of mine. So, you know, often when I tour and play gigs, that's what I do. And I've just been refurbishing my studio at home to go sort of top of the line digital, because I sort of have this idea in my head that I want to make a record that's like, when I was a kid, around 63, 64, somebody had given me the freewheelin' Bob Dylan. And of course, later in life, when I was in college, I was listening to guitar players like Jim Hall and Joe Pass. And so I have this notion in my head that I'd like to make a record that's somewhere between freewheelin' Bob Dylan and, you know, Jim Hall. And who knows how it'll turn out, but that's kind of what I've got percolating now. And I've got a lot of the songs and things written. It's just a question of recording it. So that's what I'm up to now. I've made conventional albums in the past, and here's what's happened. I sort of arrived at a place around 2012 where I put out a record that was like a concept album. And it was like a concept album like when I was a kid. So it had moody blues talking, poetry. It had orchestral segments between songs. It was a story, so it was like a Broadway show almost, about a guitar player guy going on a journey and full circle and coming home. And it was called Marco's Secret Songbook. So when I got that done and out of my system, and then I realized that nobody really wants to buy albums anymore. You know, people download a few things here and there, and even like I have a deal with TuneCore and iTunes, and so you know my albums come out, and then they say to me, "Yeah, can you redo that and get rid of all that junk that's in the middle, all that spoken word stuff, and you know all that orchestra stuff, and just have the songs so we can offer the songs on iTunes?" I go, "Yeah, okay, sure." Anyway, so that I learned something from that, and that led me to a point where I go, okay, you know, I don't know if that's what I want to do anymore. I think as I get things done, I will then put up, you know, 3/4 of a video on YouTube and say, if you want the whole thing, you got to go to rickemmett.com, and if you want the song, you'll be able to download it there. You know, so that's my business plan. You know, and there's air quotes for you. You know, yeah, my business plan is, you know, to just kind of be in my basement and do what I do and put them out and then see what happens.
Boom! Oh, you blew it up, baby. Yeah.
Now, did you see Bobby at the end? Kimball was going around and picking the feathers up so I could throw them on the ground.